on my last video, I spoke about. I was going to talk about the stories, and what I want to say to you is like, have you ever seen a documentary about a celebrity that you watch and you're real into? Like, you might. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like, you watch a celebrity documentary because the celebrity is you like them, whether you like the music or you like whatever it is you like about them. That's why you watch the documentary. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Mid video. Right, anyway. So, the saddest story doesn't win. And why I'm so. Right, let me get back to it. So, the celebrity, you watch the celebrity's documentary. Say Ed Sheeran had a documentary and you're into Ed Sheeran, you like his music, or even if you don't like his music, you just know who he is. You might check out his documentary and be like, wow, it's an interesting documentary. But if I was random ginger kid from UK, you wouldn't be interested in watching my documentary. And this is why when you're making a clipper or when you're making anything or something, like it doesn't matter about your story. Like there's no story, sad story, interesting story that's gonna be. It's not. It doesn't matter. No one gives a fuck about your story. They don't. They care about the results. So they all try and justify. This is why I don't really hammer home about the creative process of clippers and how long it takes and what we're doing and like the go. I'm not showing you like, oh, this is what we've done the button on the go to. Like it's like, no. The reason I don't do that is because you guys don't give a shit about the story. And I know some of you in the comments, but I actually really would like to know what about the creative. But it's not going to affect your buying. You actually don't care whether the goalkeeper, for example. You guys don't care whether I made it myself or it's white label, or someone else made it, or my dog made it, or whatever. You don't really care. You just care that it's fucking really good. So as long as it's really good, you don't really care about all that. So overselling the story, in my opinion, is a fear of your product not being good enough. Like, you're trying to justify things. You're trying to say, oh, we put this much into it, or we've done this for 3 years, or this is a team of barbers who did this. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, they don't need to know. Like, you are overcompensating for something you believe is lacking in your product. And, like, these are the guards. The guards are, like, fought out because of this and this and that. It's like, everyone uses the wall guards, bruv. They do. And nothing you can say will change that until someone brings out a better version of the wall guard, changing them completely. Right? Look, we have all. Like, let's talk about this on guards right now, just real quick. Like, we have all been using the wall guards, right? I use the wall guards. You use the wall. We all generally use the wall guards, right? Unless there's some people who have a similar guard who. And you can let me know in the comments what you use. Do you use wall guards or do you use what guards do you use, right? But majority is wall guards. And the only way you're going to stop that is if you bring out a better wall guard. You don't stop that by bringing a completely different feeling guard that no one uses, wants, or is used to. You don't. And whatever justification you have for that will never work. Because it's not what people want. They don't care about the story. They don't care about why, we put his teeth in here because of this. No one gives a fuck. We'll use the wall. We're not using your stupid half guard with the thing. They're going to use the wall half guard. Or, to be honest, like, I would go, look, everyone who's used the single magnetic, TPOB guards, the single magnetics, like, the goal is going to... You all know that this is a magnetic wall guard, right? You all know, right? So a lot of you do know it. I use this. I don't push these as much as I should. And the reason I don't push these as much as I should is because the Go Guards are going to come out, right? The Go Guards are going to be double magnetic, a more premium, different version of these without the, you know what I mean? They're going to be a nice guard, right? And that's what I'm going to push. They're going to be branded as the best guards ever. But what I'm saying is, they're going off the Wahl formula. You gotta say, like, people want to use the Wahl. So if you use something that's too unfamiliar, they're not going to use it. They don't give a fuck about why. Like, it's just one of them things. Like, if you've been using toothpaste for years and someone says start brushing your teeth with broccoli, you're not going to do it. But if you're like, oh, this has got a toothpaste, but it's just got some extra minty flavour and the flavour's nice, but it still feels the same, it's still the same process, then you would use it. And that's the difference. And maybe I'm rambling, but what was this video even about? I actually forgot what the video was about. No, the video was about the story. Yeah, exactly. Nobody cares. Stop trying to justify things. Oh, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened. It doesn't matter. You could make a 4-hour-long documentary. It does not make your clipper better than the play. It really doesn't. You can write as many comments as you want. You can get every influencer that you've bonded a relationship with to pretend that they like your clipper. It's not going to make it better than the play. And that's just it. That's it. You cannot make your clippers better by telling us why or telling us the story. You just can't. If they're already interested in you, you can make it a story a bit interesting for the fans to think, but you're not going to win new people over without your product being better. So to everybody coming out with clippers, to everybody, every clipper company that I know watching this video, right? I know you've had this clipper apart, which is shameful. It's shameful because I know you've had this clipper apart because you know how complex it is, right? You know, it's even hard you can't take it apart. It's like, I know you've had this clipper figuring out, well, why is this so quiet? Why is the vibration so low? Why is he blah, 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 and how do we make this better? And it's like, I know you've done it, and I know that you can't, and that's the thing. It's not as simple as you can't just, people think you can just copy clippers. And it's been a big misconception for ages, like, oh, you just copy clippers and just do the same. No. There's more that goes into it than just that. There's many, like, what should I say? Should I say it? There's many small, intricate details that go off when it's loud or whether it's quiet, or like 2-3 decibels might be just a couple little tiny things. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Because the story of why doesn't change the result. Like, if Babyliss, for example, brings something out and it spanks this, right? Nothing I can say will make the clipper better. And it's the same vice versa. You can't disrespect it into the dirt. So you can try and say, so everybody knows that this clipper was molded and created and drawn and designed by me, by TPOB, right? But, so you then saying something else isn't going to make people stop liking it. They still know it's the best clipper of all time. So yeah, so basically the saddest story doesn't win. Nobody cares about your trials and tribulations. Like, it's like you want a prize for doing things the harder way. Like, we're both going to the same destination. I can get in my car and I can drive there in 15 minutes. Or you can crawl there in 4 hours. And then you want to crawl there, and then you want to tell the story about how you're so much better because you crawled. Nobody cares.